Hello, welcome to the first episode of 5D News. Okay, so what does it mean we only need 480 million people to sign up? Okay, stay tuned and I will explain. Hello, my name is Jen, and you're here at PhD Pursuing Higher Dimensions, where we're getting our PhD in Earth School. Or trying, right? Okay, so several months back, I was listening to New Level Soul podcast. I listen to that often. I like who Alex interviews. And he had interviewed both Gregg Braden at one point and then also Lee Harris. And to be honest with you, at this time, I was just collecting information for myself. So I didn't document who stated this, but they were, and I will give you the quote and the information. But what I can tell you is both of the fellows were discussing the fact that it's important for us to get off of this timeline, that we need to be able to raise the frequency, because otherwise we could hit a point of no return of something really quite unfortunate. In 2024, they're already saying this is going to be a turbulent year and destructive, but we are going to need that so that we can grow. So if you know anything about, think of like from Ayurveda, or, the destructive of Shiva is so that Brahma can grow again, okay? And then we have Vishnu, the sustainer. So right now we are in that destructive cycle. Things have to be removed so that we can replant, okay? But it's just a matter of who's guiding that and who's sowing the seeds for what's to come in the future. So I got really excited because the reason I created this channel was because I want to help to be a beacon of somebody to listen to, have some fun with, to help raise our vibe, okay? To be more positive than the negativity of what it is we're hearing out there, but to hear it and then also to discuss some solutions of how can we problem solve to get to our goals. And at this point, it seems like that needs to be a different timeline, okay? So I believe it was Lee that was, when he was channeling the Z's, that he said that we need to be at 24%. We are currently at 30%. We're currently at 24%, which is 6% that needs to get woke so that we can hit this new frequency. So I told my friend, I was like, that's a lot of responsibility of 480 million people. They are not going to dig me. Okay, some people will. I know I'll have, a nice audience. But that's a lot. And she said, well, if you look from Yogananda's teachings, that one individual that gets woke has an impact and an effect on 1,000 people. And I said, oh, similar to like the 100 monkey concept. And she said, yes. Look that up. I'll put information down in the pinned comments below so that you can research that later. I don't want to digress too much. So then I said, okay, well, then that makes it a little easier, because then it's really only 480,000 people that I need to be able to, contact, communicate with. But they would have to be like not woke, because then they get woke and then they can affect 1,000 people. And then we'll hit our 480 million people. I say plus one, make sure we just, it's the pitta in me, type A, that we just have enough and that we, we tip the scales a little further, right? So, I've been taking this information and holding it for myself in the sense of what I feel like my responsibility is out in the community of what information do we need, how food is medicine, prepping, etc. What is my responsibility in this for, and the amount of people that I have to communicate with. So something else that they had discussed was, that of course the destruction allows for transformation, to welcome the positive, that this 2024 is the key year to get through. So we don't have time to mess around, okay? I'm being straight up. We need to start with this ASAPies, okay? But it'll be worth it. In the end, it'll be worth it. And I know that we can do it. I know we can do it, okay? I know we can. We just have to come together. And something that he was cautioning was nervous system activation of video clips and things where it startles you and stresses you out, and then it gets people in, trauma response, and that we are living out of fear as opposed to conscious choices. And he said we have to watch over our fear. Okay, totally makes sense. But now I watched an episode of the Knights Templar, Mysteries of the Knights Templar on Gaia the other night, and Scott Wolter had said to Timothy Hogan, a friend of his over at the DoD, had mentioned that we only need 6% to wake so that we can then have the responsibility to, you're not going to believe this, control the arcs. So apparently there's more than one Ark of the Covenant. The Knights Templar, I believe they said they have 6 of them in storage. They know where they are. They're keeping those protected. But we have to prove ourselves. I don't know who we have to prove ourselves to. I know that they're saying, listen, if we don't get our stuff together, the Galactic Federation is just going to be like, well, you can just save your application for another few years and you can't join us yet because you are not elevated enough. Now, I don't know exactly who it is we have to prove our responsibility to as far as raising the frequency so that we can not only shift the timeline, but an additional, woohoo, if there's an EMP, solar flare, coronal mass ejection, something along those lines where all technology is wiped out, that if we are high enough frequency, that we'll have proven that with power comes responsibility and that we are responsible enough to be able to have the power of the arcs, which work with the pyramids. So if you've seen anything with Billy Carson from Forbidden Knowledge, he talks about the arcs and the power sources as well. So there's a layering that's going on from all of these different perspectives. But basically what it comes down to is we need to get it together, people. We need to shine our light super, super bright and illuminate others because the only ones that are going to take control of our future are us. And we can do it, and we have the power. So keep following along, like and subscribe to find ways of how you can elevate yourself, ways that, and trust me when I tell you, I've been through depression. I have chronic pain for 27 years. Okay, today is a good day. Yesterday was not a good day. That's why we're filming today, okay? But tips and techniques from all of my practices and experiences, and as a teacher, to share that information with you so that together we are empowered and we can actually rebel with light, okay? So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching the first episode of 5D News. Maybe put in the comments below, what are some things you do to help raise your frequency? Perhaps that could help inspire someone else. Okay, thanks. Shine your light. Bye.